Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at noon starts now.
Right now, top medical experts are testifying on Capitol Hill, what they are saying about the coronavirus pandemic and plans to return to school, just hours before Governor Whitmer is expected to reveal her plan for kids heading back to school in Michigan. But first, a 9-year-old girl dies in a house fire on Detroit's west side. Now at noon, we are working to learn what started that fire in the first place. That investigation does top our news this noon. Thank you for joining us. I'm Rhonda Walker. The video from the scene here, it was early this morning on Pearson Street in the area of Joy Road and Evergreen. Sources are telling us that a mother and father noticed the fire and were able to escape. They were also able to rescue their 6-year-old boy, but were unable to rescue his 2 sisters. Rod Maloney joins us now live. And Rod, talk us through what we're learning about the circumstances surrounding this tragedy.
Well, the big question is whether it was an air conditioner unit that was in the window here at the right-hand side of the house that was responsible for the problem here. They're looking at that as the possibility. I also want to help you with one of the bits of information. One of the children did die, a 6-year-old child, I believe, died here at the scene. But another child who was taken from the home was able to be revived. And so out of this tragedy, there is at least some good news, because we're told that the fire department found her in cardiac arrest and they were able to revive her. And that's the good news, especially considering the fire department was here very shortly after the fire started. Now, when they got here, there were flames shooting out of the front of the window. And one of the things that we're told here is that it was happening so quickly. It was a frantic scene. 2 parents desperately trying to get their children out of the house, banging on windows with their bare hands, cutting themselves terribly in the process. The father was able to get a boy out of the back. He was 5 years old. He was able to get him out of the back bedroom, but it was the 2 children in the front that were at question here and in serious difficulty, and that's when the fire department came. So we're going to hear from the Detroit Fire Department, Dave Fornell, the deputy commissioner, talking about what the firefighters found when they got here and what they were able to accomplish.
When the companies got here, they had fire coming out that side window. Who I believe is the father of one of the children went around the back, broke a window and got the boy out. And then the 2 girls were still in there. The firefighters made entry. They grabbed the girls, got them out. One, the 9-year-old, was in cardiac arrest. So they did CPR on her. She unfortunately passed away.
I just want to ask for prayers for the family, and we just gonna take it step by step.
Now, the other child, as I said, who was pulled from the fire, did survive. They were able to revive her. The parents and the rest of the family remain at the hospital getting treatment. Again, the parents suffering considerable wounds. Dad in particular had serious cuts on his arms. But the investigation is going to continue, particularly for the question of whether that air conditioner was in fact at fault here. Reporting live in the city of Detroit, Rod Maloney, Local 4.
All right, Rod, just so sad. And we have more sad news this noon. TV comedy pioneer Carl Reiner has passed away. Reiner rose to comedy's front ranks as the creator of the Dick Van Dyke Show. Reiner was inducted into the Emmy Hall of Fame in 1999, and before that had taken home multiple Emmys, primarily for his work on the Dick Van Dyke Show and Caesar's Hour. He died on Monday night of natural causes at his home in Beverly Hills. He was 98 years old. And also this noon, CDC Director Robert Redfield and Coronavirus Task Force member Dr. Anthony Fauci are testifying on Capitol Hill. Dr. Fauci was asked about his advice to school superintendents as they make preparations to return to classes this fall.
The basic fundamental goal would be, as you possibly can, to get the children back to school and to use the public health efforts as a tool to help get children back to school. Let me explain what I mean. In other words, if we adhere to guidelines of what we've heard in many of these presentations you just heard about the physical distancing in the community, the use of masks, things like that, that will help to keep the level of infection in the community down, which will then make it easier to get the children back to school. If you are in an area where you have a certain amount of infection dynamics, there are things that can creatively be done about modifying things like the school schedule, alternate days, morning versus evening, allowing under certain circumstances online virtual lessons. Those are the kind of things that we need to consider, but also importantly, always make the goal that it is very important to get the children back to school for the unintended negative consequences that occur when we keep them out of school.
During the hearing, the CDC director, Dr. Robert Redfield, also urged the population, especially young people, to follow those CDC guidelines like social distancing and wearing a mask. Dr. Fauci also addressed the issue of young people crowding inside of bars.
What we saw visually in clips and in photographs of individuals in the community doing an all or none phenomenon, which is dangerous. And by all or none, I mean either be locked down or open up in a way where you see people at bars not wearing masks, not avoiding crowds, not paying attention to physical distancing. I think we need to emphasize the responsibility that we have both as individuals and as part of a societal effort to end the epidemic, that we all have to play a part in that.
You can watch the entire hearing on our website at clickondetroit.com. We will also provide updates in later newscasts as well. Meanwhile, speaking of crowding bars, take a look at video from downtown Royal Oak. This was taken before 3 people who visited a crowded bar there tested positive for COVID-19. The 3 people say that they had no symptoms prior to going to Fifth Avenue. Anyone who visited that bar on June 19th should now monitor themselves for signs and symptoms of the coronavirus. Our Hank Winchester is working this story for us today, and we'll have updates on later editions of Local 4 News. We are closely monitoring the coronavirus case count here at home. The numbers of new cases have been rising. As of our last update on Monday afternoon, there are 4 more confirmed deaths from COVID-19. In total, we have lost 5,900 people to the virus. Michigan also has more than 63,000 confirmed cases since the first case back in March. This is up by 236 new cases as of yesterday. As of Saturday afternoon, the official recovery total was at 51,999 people recovered from COVID-19. All eyes will be on Governor Whitmer, though, this afternoon, as she is expected to address 2 key developments in Michigan's reopening plan. The first is whether Michigan is ready to move to the next phase, which will allow larger gatherings and more businesses to open, like gyms and movie theaters. And the other is her plan for schools this fall. As Nick Monticelli reports, the governor has provided some hints on what she thinks will happen.
Good afternoon. I know a lot of you are anxiously waiting to hear what the governor has to say about her plans to reopen the schools in the fall. I don't want to ruin your afternoon, but don't expect any concrete plans. After looking and hearing the governor, you get the idea that this is going to be more of a contingency type of plan. If A is going to be, then this is how we're going to do it. It's basically the reopening phases. If we're at this point, then we'll do it this way. If we're here, we'll do it that way.
I will not allow my kids to go back to school in August, in the fall.
He missed that interaction so much, and he missed the instruction.
For any house with school-age children, in-person schooling this fall is likely a major topic of conversation. Today, Governor Whitmer and a task force will lay out a proposal for schooling, but it sounds like this proposal comes with a moving target, depending on regions and what phase of reopening they are in. And the recent uptick of cases could change everything.
If we want to get our kids back in the classroom safely this fall, it's going to be absolutely incumbent on all of us to wear those face coverings when we're out and about every day for the, July, August. That's how we learn to live with COVID-19 until there's a vaccine. And that's why it's so important, because we want to get our kids back in the classroom, but we got to be safe about it.
When it comes to what the school year could look like, a new study from U of M found most parents support requiring masks for staff, middle and high school students, but were less likely to support requiring masks for younger kids. Meanwhile, the American Academy of Pediatrics said yesterday all policy considerations for the coming school year should start with the goal of having students physically present.
Kids need to learn, and they learn better in person than they're going to learn virtually.
The governor says the plan will center around the health of everyone involved.
So we will see, I think, a lot more about how we keep our kids safe as we re-engage. And it's not just our kids, but it's their families, and it's our educators and their families as well.
The governor's press conference is at 3 o'clock this afternoon. You can watch it live on clickondetroit.com, and we'll have you covered at Local 4 at 4, 5, and 6. I'm Nick Monticelli, Local 4.
Thank you, Nick. Still to come, states around the country halting or reversing their reopening plans as the coronavirus cases are spiking, where they are shutting down bars, beaches, and even pools, all ahead of the 4th of July holiday weekend. And speaking and watching the forecast.
For not only the holiday weekend, but a big part of that, the Rocket Mortgage Classic, what golfers will have to deal with. It's the same as the steam bath you'll have to deal with next.